Hello, greetings and welcome to another metal detecting expedition, and today is an expedition. It's winter time, it's -2 degrees, it's freezing cold, the ground is hard, frosty, icy, all the things that I love. Thank you for joining me today. I've come back to a permission that oozes history. Everywhere you look there's ancient, Bronze Age, Roman. This place is an awesome place to spend a day's metal detecting. We've got the Roman road, we've got burial grounds, we've got Roman tumuluses. The old maps show it all, and it's just a really nice place to be. I'll be using the XP-DATUS2 metal detector today, so let's see what we can find. Tell you what, today is beautiful. It is freezing cold, about -1, -2 degrees, 9 o'clock in the morning, and this is my first signal of the day. The ground is a little bit hard, unfortunately, so it's going to take some serious work. Well, let's have a look. Managed to make a round disc of sort. It's in the plug. I absolutely hate kneeling on frozen ground. Oh God, look at that, first signal, and it's a flipping cow tube. This is the next target that I'm going to be looking at, 74, look. Seems pretty repetitive, pretty crisp. Quite like that. This is what I'm having to deal with today. It's like digging into rubber. Weird. But it's doable, look. Whatever it is, it's there, and it looks like it might be another cow tube. Oh no. Ugh, I think it's just a piece of scrap. Aluminium scrap for the scrap man. Man, I can't tell you how cold it is today. The other side of this wall right here is a Roman road, and this is the next target that interests me. Listen to that, it's a bit of a squeaker, isn't it? That means it's deep, small, high numbers as well. I'm very interested in that. Deep HC's giving me a 94, 95, look. Relic mode, 90. Definite digger this, but it's going to take some work. Whatever it is out. Not that deep, so it's going to be small, whatever it is. We have to reach around in this rock hard lump of earth. I've narrowed it down to in here somewhere. It does feel very, very small. Oh man, is that it? It is literally just a tiny piece of copper, possibly a bullet, I'm not really sure, but it's junk, never mind. So today isn't quite going to plan. The field that I wanted to detect is so hard, the ground is frozen solid, and it's proving really difficult. So I've come to higher ground, but it's been exposed to the sun for a little bit more, and the ground's just a little bit softer. So I'm going to see what I can find up here, but there's no signals, it's so quiet. But we must prevail, we must carry on. Everywhere you look in Derbyshire is littered with stone walls. In this case, this is a limestone wall, probably made with limestone from local quarries. But have a look at this. So that's a bit of an oddball rock to have in a stone wall. It almost looks like a big chunk of lava. It's the kind of stuff you see in Lanzarote and Tenerife. Why is that in this wall? That's the question. Show you this one out the ground, 65. I thought, yeah, low numbers, that's going to be gold. And there it is, look, the elusive gold ring that I cannot find. And it's a bloody ring pull. I just knew it. The tears of metal detecting, thrills and spills. Let's go. I've come into this tiny little bit of woodland. I'm hoping it's not going to be frozen in here. And I have just had a signal here, look. Super deep, or small. It's high pitched. Nice little squeaker that is. Definitely looking at that. Deep HC 86. Relic mode 91. I wonder. That was the hardest hole I've ever had to dig in my entire life. The top 6 inches was like cement. I had to chip away at it. But I've got it out. Let's go down and have a look. I have got an awful feeling that this is going to be a shotgun cartridge. If it is, it's going to be the biggest waste of 15 minutes of my entire life. Oh no. Flipping well is. It's a shotgun cap. Absolute nightmare. Oh man, we're having a bad time today. Well, the time is 11:55. I've been hard at it for 3 hours and I haven't registered a single find yet. But I've got this signal just here, look, 86, 85, 87. That doesn't feel like a cow tube because everything else I've had today has been bloody cow tube. Whatever it is, it's out and in the clod. Got to be in and around this dark soil here, look. Oh my goodness, it's round. Do we have our first coin of the day, or is it a button? I don't know. It's interesting. What are we saying? That looks weird. Ooh. Well, it's not a coin. It's some sort of badge. I'm going to have a closer look at this and see if I can identify it, because I have no idea what that is. Has it got a rabbit on it? I think it does. It says the National English Rabbit Club. Now that is a first for me. I've never found one of those before. Anyone else found one of these before? No pin on the back, but that's what it was, a pin badge. Something different, something cool, and my first find of the day. Let's make no bones about it, this is a magical place. This is a great permission, but finds are so sparse on it. It's so difficult to make any finds. I took a day off work for this, and all I found so far is that pin badge and literally nothing else whatsoever. Look at these big old marker stones. It's like an old gateway. Absolutely love that. Bet they've seen some action over the years, but they've been there for 200 or 300 years, if not more. The history around here is just so cool, so interesting, but finds are few and far between. Heading back to the car, pretty much empty-handed with my poxy rabbit badge. I've picked this up on the surface, something high numbered, look. I'm not digging there because it's a trackway, but it's going to be on the surface poking out hopefully. And I think that's it right there. What is it? Oh my goodness. It's a modern spendable 1p. It's my first coin of the day and my second find of the day. This day is getting better. Well, fish on again, look. It's not the Roman silver hoard I've been after, but it's going to be another coin, I reckon. It's in there, whatever it is. Oh. Oh my goodness me. What on earth is this? Something round in here. It looks like a coin or a button. I'm going to have to get this out because it's rock solid. But I think that is a coin. Well, I can't believe that, because that is a Georgian copper coin and it's in pretty good condition too. Looks like it's been pierced for some strange reason. I'm sure I can see Britannia there, and I reckon that's my old mate George III facing to the right. That's going to be an 1806 halfpenny, and that is my best find of the day. I've literally followed the wall from that tree on the left all the way along here, all the way along here, all the way along here, all the way along here. I've had 2 bits of junk, and then I've got something semi-decent here. Well, it's a good signal anyway, good numbers, 85. I have no idea what it is, but it's in here somewhere. Oh, it just fell in the hole. Well, I've got it out of the hole and have a butcher's. We've found another coin. It's going to be another Georgian. Look at that. That is awesome. That is King George II. That is a halfpenny. See him facing to the left with his little quiff on the top of his head. And we've got Britannia on the back there somewhere or other. But a bit of a clean, a bit of a wax, that might look pretty good. I'm happy with that, super chuffed. Well, I've been back to the car, I've had some lunch, I've had a sandwich, I've had a cake, and I'm refreshed, revitalised. I've come onto a different field now, a bit more productive this one is over the years. There's an old footpath that goes through it somewhere or other, on the old map anyway. And look at the views are beautiful. Let's carry on and see if we can find some more stuff before it's home time. Well, it's getting a little bit dark now, a little bit colder. It's only 2 o'clock, and this is my next target. I've already dug it. I thought it was going to be a big piece of junk because it is a big signal, but I'm sure there's a coin in there. Have a look at this. It's going to be an Elizabeth II penny, pre-decimal penny. It looks like there's a date on there, 1961. It is not the most exciting find in the world, and it is not really what I'm looking for, but it's still a coin, still something interesting, and still a find on this otherwise tricky day. Look, 1961. It's a funny old colour that is, isn't it? Well, that is that. I'm calling it a day. I've been hard at it for 5 hours. It's been a bit of a disaster, to be honest with you, a bit of a car crash, but that's metal detecting. That is real metal detecting. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but I've enjoyed myself. I've been out here in this frozen wasteland looking for history and looking for stuff, but it just wasn't meant to be. I want to thank you for coming along anyway. I'd love it if you would hit that subscribe button and check out some other content. If you want to support the channel, go into the description, click the links, buy the products. But if you don't want to, that's absolutely fine too. I really appreciate you coming along, and I hope to see you on my next episode, whenever and wherever that may be. Okay, so finds were incredibly sparse, but I had a damn good time being out there in those conditions. I couldn't find much information on the rabbit badge, but I learnt that the club was founded in 1891. The Pierce George III halfpenny, although worn, had a beautiful old patina to it, brought back to life with a bit of a Renaissance wax. And there's Britannia seated. I'm really happy with this find, such a cool coin. The other crusty Georgian, also cleaned and waxed, pretty good. You can clearly see King George II facing to the left. Now, I've found a lot of pre-decimal pennies in my time, literally thousands, but the colour of this one is so unique. Off camera I also found this object, which I believe is part of a watch.